There's something about you that sticks.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated movie kisses.
It was nice to meet you. Surreal, but nice.
I think I love you. My heart, it feels like my chest can barely contain it.
Snap out of it!
I can't.
For this list, we'll be looking at those fun, romantic, but less talked about movie kisses that bring on the butterflies. Did we forget your favorite underrated kiss? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, True Love, Amelie. In this wonderful French romance from the turn of the millennium, Amelie has been hiding from her secret crush Nino for weeks, while leading him on a wild scavenger hunt to discover her identity.
Et tu voudrais en savoir plus, eh? Vous la connaissez? Vous l'avez vue? Eh bien sûr qu'on l'a vue.
The magical realism mystery is tense yet incredibly romantic and even relatable as Amelie's nerves get in her way.
C'est vous? Si, c'est vous, ça.
Finally, though, she finds the courage to reveal her feelings for Nino, all without saying a word.
Alors, allez-y, nom d'un chien.
It's similar to the equally subtle 2005 Pride and Prejudice finale. Amelie gently kisses Nino on the side of his mouth, on his neck, and on his eye, then leads him to do the same. As her cat watches sleepily, we only see them seal the deal through a silhouetted curtain. Number 9, Sam and Rose, Hearts Beat Loud. In this music-focused dramedy, the hysterical Nick Offerman plays Frank, record store owner and father to Kiersey Clemens' Sam.
Can I help you with something, or?
Yeah. Are you not watching the clock? It's jam sesh time.
While Frank wants her to pursue a music career with him, Sam would much rather go to medical school and to spend time with her girlfriend Rose. If this sweet moment is any indication, we don't blame her at all.
What is that? I read it in a comic book. You are brave, though. And you're good.
In this gentle scene, young teens Sam and Rose share their dreams and their support for each other.
Well, when you're a doctor and I'm still a starving artist, you can give me some free medical care. I will. Good.
Beautifully staged, with their solid color shirts standing out among the wild patterns of the bed sheets, it's a wonderful representation of teen queer women of color, and there are not enough of those. Number 8, You Were a Mouse, Stardust. When Tristan crosses into the fantasy world beyond his village wall in search of a fallen star, he's surprised to discover the object of his quest is not what he imagined.
Over there is where it landed. And right here, this is where it got hit by a magical flying moron.
You're the star. You're the star?
Unfortunately, Tristan is not the only one seeking the star named Yvain. They find themselves pursued by wicked princes and wickeder witches. It's when Tristan is temporarily transformed into a mouse during one of these encounters that Yvain is able to reveal the feelings she's developed for him.
I think I love you. My heart, it feels like my chest can barely contain it.
Naturally, she assumes he can't understand. Tristan surprises her when he reveals that he heard every word.
But you were a mouse. You were a mouse. You wanted cheese. You didn't... I asked you to give me a sign.
Oh, and risk you being too embarrassed to keep saying such lovely things.
In the midst of a fantastical tale, their love feels real. As they share their first kiss, we can't help but feel our hearts shining too. Number 7, A Quick Kiss, Bicentennial Man. This 90s take on the robot becomes sentient trope is also based on an Isaac Asimov tale. Like iRobot, but with a gentler ending, Robin Williams plays a high-tech robot, the nice kind, not the take-over-the-world kind, who eventually develops emotions and sets out to become a real person. And what human experience would be complete without love?
In some strange way, you're starting to make sense.
Good. Do you have any idea what it's like to be in love with someone who's about to marry someone else?
Though a critical flop, the pleasant film has true heart. This kiss scene is a good example of what helped win audiences over.
Begging you. Begging is supposed to be humiliating. I don't care. I love you, Portia. I loved you the very first moment I saw you.
If you overlook the now slightly problematic issues in this scene, raiding her, badgering her for a kiss, you'll find it's really romantic and sweet, especially when he makes this enthusiastic confession.
I thought you said a quick kiss.
I lied.
Number 6, they finally meet. Serendipity. Sarah believes fate determines her life. Despite the instant chemistry when they first meet, she pitches a crazy scheme to Jonathan and decides to let fate tell them if they're meant to be.
When that $5 bill makes its way back into my hands, I'll be able to call you. And when you hear my voice on the other end, then you'll believe in fate, won't you?
They spend years searching for one another, hoping that destiny will bring them back together. Finally, at the end of the movie, it works. While John Cusack's Jonathan lies in the middle of an ice skating rink watching the snow fall, Kate Beckinsale's Sarah slowly walks up to him, elated to have found him at last. After so long, their reunion is both understated and beautiful.
I'm John.
I'm Sarah.
And both of them are so glad to finally see each other that they don't mind the freezing cold. Number 5, Anna kisses Will, Notting Hill. In this charming British rom-com from Love Actually scribe Richard Curtis, Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts play William Thacker and Anna Scott, lovers from two different worlds. Anna Scott is a famous American movie star who happens upon Will's tiny London bookshop, and an attraction begins.
I'll tell you what, I'll throw in one of those for free. Useful for lighting fires, wrapping fish, that sort of thing.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
A collision with spilled coffee brings her to his apartment to change, and Will, ever the self-deprecating, vulnerable gentleman, is patient and kind.
It was nice to meet you. Surreal, but nice.
Anna, however, leans in and kisses him before leaving his flat. He's so stunned it's happening that he's afraid to put his arms around her. Don't pinch Will, because he does not want to wake up.
I'm very sorry about the surreal but nice comment. Disaster.
That's okay. I thought the apricot and honey thing was the real low point.
Number 4, I Want to Take You on a Date. Just Friends.
This classic Ryan Reynolds rom-com culminates with Reynolds' Chris Brander finally winning over his high school best friend and longtime crush, Jamie Palomino.
Why are you back here?
Because I want to take you on a date. And I don't care if it's in the day or at night or whenever, as long as it's a real date.
After 10 years away, during which Brander changed his image and became a womanizing ladies' man, he uses an unexpected return to his hometown to pursue Jamie with his love him and leave him techniques.
It's the ghost.
What happened to him?
It doesn't work, and he's embarrassed again and again as he reverts to his sad friend zone ways. Finally, after realizing how important Jamie is to him, Chris returns to tell her so.
The truth is, I'm afraid to be your friend, because I'm always going to want more. But then I got to thinking that I'd rather have you in my life as a friend than not at all.
His first kiss doesn't quite go as planned, in classic Chris Brander fashion, because of years of pent-up frustration. But the second one is much better. Number 3, A Wolf Without a Foot, Moonstruck.
A bride without a head.
A wolf without a foot!
This is a classic, absolutely brilliant rom-com that is perhaps forgotten now, but always worth a rewatch. Feisty Loretta doesn't hold back telling Ronnie exactly why he is the way he is.
Now you're afraid because you know the big part of you is a wolf that has the courage to bite off its own hand to save itself from the trap of the wrong love. That's why there's been no woman since that wrong woman, okay?
Infuriated, Ronnie can only think to do one thing: grab Loretta and kiss her. Hard. It's so sudden and unexpected, but not necessarily unwanted, as evidenced by her going right back in once he pulls away.
Wait a minute, wait a minute!
Yes, the barrier of consent is a bit thin at this point, but it's such a fun scene in an absolutely standout movie about love and family.
Oh, God. Okay, I don't care. Take me to the bed.
Nicolas Cage has never been better, and Cher is always amazing. If you're too young to know this movie, find it ASAP. Number 2, The Practice Kiss, Some Kind of Wonderful. Oh, this isn't a real kiss, it's just for practice.
Pretend I'm her. Amanda. I know it's a big stretch, but try it.
Sure. This delightful, often overlooked rom-com from the master of 80s teen flicks John Hughes is overshadowed by his earlier Pretty in Pink, yet it tells the same story, only better. We know from the start that tomboy Watts is in love with her best friend Keith, but Keith takes a lot longer to figure it out.
Don't go mistaking paradise for a pair of long legs.
What's that mean?
Don't go roaming where you don't belong. It's just an opinion.
I express an interest in someone that I don't even know, and you're getting tense.
This is not tension, this is reason.
Still, he seems pretty game to follow Watts' lead. The music and the editing of this scene really help to sell the impact of this kiss on the two friends. When it becomes too much, Watts just has to pull away. But it looks like Keith finally has a clue. Not to be forgotten. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Church Tongue, The Wedding Singer. Sandler and Barrymore's first collaboration with tons of chemistry. Marcus and Angela, Boomerang, because bonding over Star Trek is tight.
We ain't supposed to be kissing.
Why?
We're friends.
So, friends can kiss?
Masquerade, Penelope. Even a pig mask can't keep these two apart.
I guessed piano, and you said that...
Annie and Rhodes, Bridesmaids. Awkward vulnerability and Irish accents are hot.
There's something about you. Something about you that sticks.
Skylar kisses Will, Good Will Hunting. Kissing makes the perfect study break.
I have to tell you something.
Oh.
Well,
before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Diane and Lloyd, Say Anything. John Cusack is the only rom-com leading man to appear twice on this list, this time in the late 80s Cameron Crowe hit. Cusack plays Lloyd Dobler, a high school underachiever with the moderate aspirations of being a kickboxer, who falls in love with Ione Skye's valedictorian brain, Diane Court.
I just can't have any social life right now.
Don't worry about it. We're just having coffee. We'll be antisocial.
You friends?
Yeah. Potential.
It's another opposite sides of the track story, which was so popular in the 80s. It has heart and romance, as long as you ignore the whole dad embezzlement story and just focus on Cusack and his famous boombox. This penultimate scene happens after the couple have separated, but Diane comes back to Lloyd because she needs him.
I love you.
What?
I love you. How many more times do I have to say it?
One more time would be nice.
I love you.
He doesn't care why, he just wants to be with her.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.